Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. And if I'm too loud, the folks in the back need to just go like this. I taught middle school for 20 or 30 years, so I have a middle school in the lunchroom teacher voice. My name is Susan Rakow, and I am the group leader for the Cleveland Zazen group here in Cleveland Heights. It's a meditation group. With one foot in my Jewish heritage and one foot in Zen Buddhism for the last 50 years, I am honored to have been invited to participate in this memorial for Scott, blending the two traditions that he and I share. My husband, Larry Rakow, will be helping with the instruments as we move through the service. I didn't know Scott, but reading about him, he sounds like a man I would have been fortunate to know. This may be one of the more unique memorial services you may have attended, and I'm grateful to Nicole for inviting me to participate and for contacting me. As you may or may not know, Buddhism made its way from India to China to Korea to Southeast Asia to Japan and then to the United States in the 1950s. And it is interesting to note how many non-Asian Americans, including a disproportionate number of Jews, became interested in and started to practice this Eastern religion. Poet Allen Ginsberg referred to himself as a Jewboo, or as a Zen Judist, because we are the sum of all of our parts. We are not just a mother, we are also a daughter and a sister. We are not just any one thing. We combine all of the experiences of our lives in order to become a whole, vibrant, and alive human being in this gift of life that we have for however long we have it. Many of America's most famous Zen teachers, Bernie Glassman, Sharon Saltzman, and even my root teacher, Philip Kaplow, had roots in Judaism, because Judaism is at its core a religion of questioning, a religion of faith, of asking, why am I born, why do I die, and what am I supposed to do while I'm here? When I asked my mother this question, what am I supposed to do as a Jew? She said, just be a good person. That wasn't enough for me, and maybe it wasn't enough for Scott either. And so we seek out a spiritual path that makes sense to us and that combines all of who we are. In Buddhism, we are always aware that our lives are limited. We practice gratitude for all of the experiences of our lives that make us who we are, for all of the relationships that we have had, for all of the love we gave and received. In our practices, we strive to awaken to our own true nature, that one that is within each and all of us, whole, complete, and perfect, exactly as we are, when we can only see it. That true nature can be labeled the divine, it can be labeled oneness, it can be labeled spirit, but it goes beyond the naming of any religion. So the Buddhist memorial service begins with a chant called the Prajnaparamita. It is something that is common to most Buddhists, no matter what sect of Buddhism you may practice. It echoes both the impermanence of human life and the interdependence of all beings. My husband will chant with me and assist on a drum as I use a bell. This chant, the words go by very quickly. Since there is no God concept in Buddhism, instead we chant the Bodhisattva of compassion from the depths of prajna wisdom. And when we say that, we are calling to the deepest and most innate compassion in each and every one of us. There is no need to understand the words. Just sit back and let them wash over you and into you. Following that, there will be a reading that comes from a Jewish prayer, but which echoes our essential oneness with and connection to the natural world. Following that, there will be the Buddhist memorial prayer, which is done 3 times, and it's done in call and response. So all of you are invited to repeat each phrase after me. Why 3 times? Because generally, the first time we do something like this, we're only kind of halfway doing it. The second time it starts to sink in, and by the third time, it is coming up from our deepest self. And it sinks in, and it has meaning. Following the memorial prayer, a bell will be rung 7 times, and the service will then be turned over to some speakers who knew Scott well. We'll begin this service by taking a moment of silence to ground ourselves in the present before we begin. Prajna Paramita Hridaya, heart of perfect wisdom, the Bodhisattva of compassion from the depths of prajna wisdom saw the emptiness of all 5 skandhas and sundered the bonds that cause all suffering. Know then form here is only emptiness, emptiness only form, form is no other than emptiness, emptiness no other than form, feeling, thought, and choice, consciousness itself are the same as this dharmas here are empty, all are the primal void, none are more nor die, nor are they stained or pure, nor do they wax or wane, so in emptiness no form, no feeling, thought, or choice, nor is there consciousness, no eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, no color, sound, smell, taste, touch, nor what the mind takes hold of, nor even act of sensing, no ignorance or end of it, nor all that comes of ignorance, no withering, no death, no end of them, nor is there pain or cause of pain, or cease in pain, or noble path to lead from pain, wisdom to attain, attainment to is emptiness, so know that the Bodhisattva holding to nothing whatever, but dwelling in prajna wisdom is freed of delusive hindrance, rid of the fear bred by it, reaches clearest nirvana. All Buddhas of past and present, Buddhas of future time, in prajna wisdom come to full enlightenment. Know then the great Dharani, the radiant peerless mantra, the supreme unfailing mantra, the prajna paramita, whose words allay all pain. This is highest wisdom, true beyond all doubt. Know and proclaim its truth. Gate, gate, para, gate, parasam, gate, bodhi. A litany of remembrance. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we will remember him. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we will remember him. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we will remember him. In the blueness of sky and in the warmth of summer, we will remember him. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we will remember him. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we will remember him. When we are weary and in need of strength, we will remember him. When we are lost and sick at heart, we will remember him. When we have joys we yearn to share, we will remember him. So long as we live, he too shall live, for he is now part of us as we remember him. And now the memorial prayer. As we recite this, and we say, all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, you may say, what the heck does that mean? It means we're talking about all of us gathered here, the person sitting right next to you, all who have known and loved Scott. These are the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So we'll begin. And we say it 3 times, but you repeat after me. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas,
O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas,
abiding in all directions,
abiding in all directions,
endowed with great compassion, endowed with love,
endowed with great compassion, endowed with love,
affording protection to sentient beings,
affording protection to sentient beings,
consent through the power of your great compassion to come forth.
consent through the power of your great compassion to come forth.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
you who possess the wisdom of understanding,
you who possess the wisdom of understanding,
the love of compassion,
the love of compassion,
the power of protecting in incomprehensible measure,
the power of protecting in incomprehensible measure.
Scott is passing from this world to the next.
Scott is passing from this world to the next.
He is taking a great leap.
He is taking a great leap.
The light of this world has faded for him.
The light of this world has faded for him.
He has entered solitude with his karmic forces.
He has entered solitude with his karmic forces.
He has gone into a vast silence.
He has gone into a vast silence.
He is borne away by the great ocean of birth and death.
He is borne away by the great ocean of birth and death.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
protect Scott who is defenseless.
protect Scott who is defenseless.
Be to him like a father and a mother.
Be to him like a father and a mother.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
let not the force of your compassion be weak, but aid him.
let not the force of your compassion be weak, but aid him.
Forget not your ancient vows.
Forget not your ancient vows.
For the second time. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas,
O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas,
abiding in all directions,
abiding in all directions,
endowed with great compassion, endowed with love,
endowed with great compassion, endowed with love,
affording protection to sentient beings,
affording protection to sentient beings,
consent through the power of your great compassion to come forth.
consent through the power of your great compassion to come forth.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
you who possess the wisdom of understanding,
you who possess the wisdom of understanding,
the love of compassion,
the love of compassion,
the power of protecting in incomprehensible measure.
the power of protecting in incomprehensible measure.
Scott is passing from this world to the next.
Scott is passing from this world to the next.
He is taking a great leap.
He is taking a great leap.
The light of this world has faded for him.
The light of this world has faded for him.
He has entered solitude with his karmic forces.
He has entered solitude with his karmic forces.
He has gone into a vast silence.
He has gone into a vast silence.
He is borne away by the great ocean of birth and death.
He is borne away by the great ocean of birth and death.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
protect Scott who is defenseless.
protect Scott who is defenseless. defenseless.
Be to him like a father and a mother.
Be to him like a father and a mother.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
let not the force of your compassion be weak, but aid him.
let not the force of your compassion be weak, but aid him.
Forget not your ancient vows.
Forget not your ancient vows.
For the third time. O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas,
O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas,
abiding in all directions,
abiding in all directions,
endowed with great compassion, endowed with love,
endowed with great compassion, endowed with love,
affording protection to sentient beings,
affording protection to sentient beings,
consent through the power of your great compassion to come forth.
consent through the power of your great compassion to come forth.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
you who possess the wisdom of understanding the love of compassion,
you who possess the wisdom of understanding the love of compassion,
the power of protecting in incomprehensible measure.
the power of protecting in incomprehensible measure.
Scott is passing from this world to the next.
Scott is passing from this world to the next.
He is taking a great leap.
He is taking a great leap.
The light of this world has faded for him.
The light of this world has faded for him.
He has entered solitude with his karmic forces.
He has entered solitude with his karmic forces.
He has gone into a vast silence.
He has gone into a vast silence.
He is borne away by the great ocean of birth and death.
He is borne away by the great ocean of birth and death.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
protect Scott who is defenseless.
protect Scott, who is defenseless.
Be to him like a father and a mother.
Be to him like a father and a mother.
O compassionate ones,
O compassionate ones,
let not the force of your compassion be weak, but aid him.
let not the force of your compassion be weak, but aid him.
Forget not your ancient vows.
Forget not your ancient vows.
And now we'll hear from some folks who knew Scott well.
My brother Scott was 7 years older than me, and when we were growing up, I always thought he was the coolest person in the world. You know, when I was 9, he moved to California, and even though he was far away, I always looked forward to seeing him and hearing from him. On my birthday, he would call me every single year without fail, and that was a call that I looked forward to the most on my birthday. He had a way of making distance disappear, and no matter how much time passed, it always felt like we picked up right where we left off. He was kind, he was easygoing, smart, and incredibly creative. When he was a teenager, he was a huge fan of Star Trek. And he used to make these, communicators and phasers from Star Trek out of paper he would use a pen and draw all the buttons and all that stuff, but they were so detailed that, you can mistake them for the real thing. He made throwing stars, not to hurt people, but just because he could and he thought they were cool. He even made he even drew World War II airplanes with such detail that you can mistake them for actual blueprints to a World War II plane, which, Sam working on airplanes, kind of a interesting path. So in his mind, he was always building, he was always imagining, and he was always creating. And that creativity followed him into his adulthood. Music was a huge part of his life, and he taught himself how to play many instruments, but the guitar was his favorite. He wrote songs. He produced his own music. By the way, I found out still on Apple Music. And he wrote books. Creating wasn't something that he did. It was who he was. And then there was a sense of humor. So at family get-togethers, he would always get everybody laughing with his impressions. And many were of our actual family members that he did these impressions of. His Frank and Louie were spot on, and he had perfect timing, and he loved seeing people laugh. And those are some of the moments from those parties and those get-togethers that will be in my favorite memories forever. Rooms full of laughter because he was in them. When he moved back to Cleveland as an adult, life hit him hard. He faced more than his share of gut punches. The hardest was losing his daughter, Amber, when she was very, very young. And somehow, through all of that, he never lost his positive outlook. He rolled with the punches in a way that amazes me, and he didn't let life harden him. He was proud of his 3 boys, Aaron, Sam, and Jared. He loved them deeply and talked about them with real admiration. He believed in them, and he was proud to be their dad. He definitely loved you guys. As a younger brother, I learned a lot from him without him ever trying to teach me anything. How to stay curious, how to create just for the love of it, and how to face life with grace. I'm going to miss him more than I could put into words. His voice, his music, his ideas, his laugh, and the way he made everything feel lighter just by being there. The world feels quieter without him. I'm grateful for every moment I've had with him, near and far, and I'll always be proud to call him my brother. Scott, I love you.
I'm Scott's Aunt Cheryl. His mom and I are sisters. Scott was born 2 days before my 16th birthday. What a gift. Shortly thereafter, Donna moved in with us. We all were young and so excited to have a baby in our midst. I believe he was like 5 when Donna and Louie got married, and they moved into a new house. Soon after, his sister Nikki was born, and then his brother Craig. Scott was a delightful little guy, very smart and a born entertainer. His love of music began at a very young age, with the Beatles being his favorite group, and his favorite songs were She Loves You and Twist and Shout. As an adult, his love of music continued. He was in several bands over the years. He played guitar and sang. He wrote songs, and I can remember watching someone whose name escapes me sing one of his songs on TV. As an adult, he graduated college, and his most recent job was substitute teaching. Scott was a loving, personable, and charming guy. He mastered the art of listening and gave good feedback. A few years ago, I had family over and invited my neighbor to meet my family. While she liked everyone, it was Scott who stuck in her mind. She mentioned him later to me. He was a man of many talents, as you've already heard. A few years ago, he wrote a book which was published. He could imitate people. His dad, Frank, as Craig said, was a character of mythic proportions, and Scott could imitate him to the point if you closed your eyes, you'd think Frank was in the room. He was a great salesman as well. He sold vitamins for many years and attributed those vitamins to his good health. He could sell you a piece of gum and convince you that you needed to have it. While going through texts recently, I found this one from Scott, and I quote, "Life is short. People eventually regret when they are so focused on work and money that they don't cherish family and loved ones and make time. I can't be that guy." Because of Scott's spiritual beliefs, he was able to get through quite a bit of adversity in his life. With that in mind, I believe he's resting in peace, and he probably found a whole new audience to entertain. I so want that to be true. And now I won't fall down.
Now I'm even sadder that I didn't know him. We'll now move to the next phase. Thank you all for coming and for honoring Scott's life.
time, we're going to ask everybody to please return to their cars. If anybody's going to be following a procession to the cemetery, please turn on your headlights and ask